Hello, everybody. It's Bill, and I'm checking in with you. My business law class, it's 2205, Net 01. So after your first unit, we can debrief in a minute, for a minute. I enjoyed your responses to that homework case, Weisgrim versus Marley, pretty interesting. Um, and I also enjoyed, or was happy to see the test results. Very good. Really pleased. I looked at the statistics. 32 people took the test, and the average score was 84.25. So that's a solid B for the class. You should be proud of yourself. I'm very happy. Uh, Among the grades were 10 A's, so nice going. It's almost a third of the class. So well done. If you didn't do as well as you hoped, don't lose faith. You'll be fine. You have plenty of time to recover, and you'll do well. So looking forward then in Unit 2, which you should be working on now, you'll have three more chapters, 4, 5, and 6. And that includes 4 is on the Constitution. Some interesting stuff in there. Don't bother with the taxation part. I don't cover any of that. But interstate commerce and the amendments are real important in that chapter. And then in chapter 5, that's criminal law. And it's more about white collar law, not straight criminal law. But there's some questions on that chapter. It's not too difficult, I don't think. And 6 is torts. And boy, that's an interesting topic. Torts are negligence torts are typical accident cases where somebody gets injured or their property gets damaged. Um, there's intentional torts, which is a little different version of a tort, but certainly the most interesting kind of cases, for sure. So anyway, that's what's coming up. Same type of assessment situation. You'll have a quiz on each. You'll have a test that covers the three, and then you have a homework case. Um, and I told you, that's, I didn't tell you, that's the People versus Highgate case. It's a criminal law case that comes after chapter 5. It's on page 135. It's question number 6, and it's a question about whether there's whether a company can be charged for a crime. Excuse me, not the individuals, but a company. In this case, it's an LLC, but a similar kind of case is in your textbook. And I think it will help you when you address this homework case. That case is on page 114, and it is the Commonwealth. That's the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. They call it a Commonwealth versus Angelo Tedesca Corporation. So a similar kind of scenario, and they wanted to charge a corporation with a crime. So take a look at that case, read it, and I think within that context, you can answer the homework case. Okay, and all right, then the other big thing that's due this in this unit is that McDonald's hot coffee case. That's a real big deal. I mean, it's a famous case. It's an interesting case. For those of you who don't know about it, it's a very famous case about a woman who was injured with hot coffee at McDonald's and filed a lawsuit. Now, there's a lot of misinformation about the case, but I encourage you to go online and look up Libet versus McDonald's and do your search. You'll learn a lot. If you haven't studied this case, you may be surprised about it. And I want you to get this. Oh, I put in a fact sheet or a list, kind of a checklist for you of things to look for in that case. You know, how she was injured and how serious it was and what the jury did. And there's a number of things that you need to have to get a good answer, a thorough answer. Don't just make this a quick thing. It's 100 points, and I grade it rather critically. So I want you to do well in it and format it well, and type up your answer and Single space, please, always. It's easier for me than scrolling through the double space part. And then post it up, and then comment, read some other people and comment. It's a discussion board also. So it's kind of a combination research, and it's a paper, and you can write, and or a report you write, and a discussion. So, okay, that's a big deal. I want you to do well on it. In fact, I'm going to send out an announcement that I'll give you some extra credit if you post it early. It's due October 15th, but if you can get it in earlier, I'll put it in my announcement. Um, I have 4 classes all coming with due dates on that 15th, and I need to get spread out some time ahead of time to get some of this work done so it's not such a crunch. And I want to be able to pay good attention and give you the best of my attention when I'm looking at those. So anyway, okay, I ran a little over here. Thanks everybody. I think that's it. So anybody needs anything, just contact me. You're doing well, very well.